Welcome back, everybody. It's time to start our Ultimate Thanksgiving Contest. We do this every year, and I always look forward to it, and I know you two do too. It's just so much fun. So this is contestant number 1, and we're having lots of folks on this week to cook up their ultimate Thanksgiving dishes. This is Mike Zaves from Appleton. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Oh, no problem.
And I love guys who cook. That's fantastic. I understand you're in charge of Thanksgiving dinner most years, huh?
Yep, my in-laws come down every year, and we just have a good time.
I love the idea of doing a soup for Thanksgiving. I think it kind of slows down the meal. Thanksgiving can be such a food fest, so if you can do a nice soup and or a salad to kind of start off the meal a little slower and make it last, I think that's a wonderful idea. Or you say this is a soup that you'll do the night before.
Right, when everybody comes into town, get a nice loaf of crusty bread and have something to dip in the soup, and yeah, it's comfort food.
I'm all about that. So it's a cheesy cauliflower soup, and it's got a little sausage in it too, so I can hardly wait. And it's very, very easy, right, Mike?
Real simple, yes.
I'm all about that. So the first thing we did is we started out, we've got boiling here. Tell me what's in this kettle here.
It's a head of cauliflower and a cup of carrots.
Okay.
I usually get the baby carrots. They're already peeled, don't have to worry about that. Just chop them up to nice bite-sized pieces.
And then also finely chop the cauliflower, and then it's not water that we're simmering this in. What are we simmering it in?
We're 6 cups of chicken broth.
Okay, so chicken stock, 6 cups, 1 head of finely chopped cauliflower, and about a cup of chopped carrots.
About a cup of carrots, yep.
Okay, so we're gonna let that simmer for about a half hour until it gets nice and tender. So we're gonna kind of move this over and switch burners here. All right, now we're gonna make what's gonna thicken this soup, our roux. So tell us how we do that.
Just a stick of butter.
Okay, right in here?
Right there, yep.
Okay, all right. 1 stick of butter.
And then a half cup of flour.
Okay. We wait till the butter melts a little bit?
Yep. And I also put some ground black pepper in with the flour.
Okay. So butter, and this is just flour and
All
pepper.
Flour and pepper, yep.
Okay.
I usually wait, don't add salt now, because with the difference in salt and the cheese and the sausage, you never really know how much you need.
Good idea. So we got the pepper in here. So this is black pepper and flour. And you say this soup freezes really well too.
It really does. I actually have, a lot of people say you can't freeze cream soups, but I've never had a problem with it. Usually just once I thaw it in the fridge, and then put a half cup of milk in, and it comes together really nice.
Just heat it on the in the saucepan.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the best way instead of microwaving it. So you're cutting up some sausage. So this is also part of this soup. What kind of sausage are you using?
I use smoked beef sausage. Just gives it a little bit different flavor. But if you're the kind of person who doesn't like sausage, or a vegetarian even, you've got plenty of options. You just leave the sausage out.
Okay, sounds good. So this soup is going to be good with or without the sausage.
Yep.
All right, so my flour and my butter are cooking. How does that look?
Looks perfect.
Okay, so now we're going to add, this is half and half. 2 cups.
2 cups, half and half.
Of half and half. And I was talking earlier in the show about making my potatoes ahead of time. I'm assuming this soup could be made a couple of days ahead of time too, and just reheated in the refrigerator.
Actually better the second day.
Isn't that funny how that is? That's with a lot of different soups, like magic happens in the refrigerator.
Yep.
I love a good soup this time of year.
I'm the kind of person, I eat soup summer, even in the summer. I love soup.
I do too, and it makes a nice dinner sometimes. You don't need, just soup and bread for dinner, and it really sometimes hits the spot. All right, so I'm just whisking this and want to make sure there's no lumps, right?
Yep, I usually say it gets almost the texture of mashed potatoes.
Okay, so it's a pretty thick roux.
It is a thick roux.
You tell me.
That looks perfect right there.
Okay, so now what?
Then we just start spooning in the veg with the broth.
Okay. Just a little bit of a time kind of type of thing?
Yep, at all.
Okay.
Kind of nice with a 2-person soup. My wife usually helps me with this part.
Well, I'm happy to help. Oh, yeah. I'll be your sous chef today.
Appreciate it.
Just kind of pour the rest in?
Yep.
I love cauliflower. It's one of those things I don't have a lot of, and Kind of crave it every once in a while.
Yep, I hear you.
And now we've got shredded cheddar cheese.
Yep, I use sharp. It's a little bit more flavor.
Okay, just kind of add it a handful at a time.
Handful at a time. Let it kind of melt between each addition.
I can help with that.
Oh, wonderful. It may seem a little thin at first, but with adding the cheese and as the heat cooks the roux even a little bit more, it'll help thicken it.
It's a very thick, hearty soup. We've got a kettle of it over here. And the last thing you add is the sausage then.
Yep.
Matt, we're going to bring you over. It's time for you to try this. I'm really excited. This is Chef Matt Winters, the executive chef at the Mark, who, good morning, good to see you.
Good to be here.
Congratulations, by the way, Taste of the Town, one of the big winners there.
Thanks.
So come on a little closer. So he's our guest judge of the morning. You get the tough job of deciding which side dish is going to take home the big prize, but this looks fantastic.
Oh, it smells great too.
Are you working Thanksgiving?
No, I'm not actually. I've got Thanksgiving off
Oh, lucky you, lucky you. Okay, that's going to be hot. But see how it thickens up there? It really does get nice and thick.
this year. Oh, it looks fantastic. That's good.
Good
That's
stuff.
really,
Good
really
stuff. We'll let it cool down a little bit and take a few more bites and get some of that sausage. Mike, great job.
Nice to
We
meet you. Thank
love
you.
your recipes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, the recipe for the soup is online. You can get it at fox11online.com. Click on the Living tab, and it'll be right there. We've got another viewer going to make her famous side dish coming up, a sweet potato casserole with pistachios. So stick around. This showdown continues. Stay with us.